is Esther Jacobs. I'm an elder here in Tsuut'ina Nation. My role with RKeepers7 has kind of been in an advisory and supportive role.
Teddy Many Wounds. My role as a committee member is to, I think, work collectively and collaboratively to guide our committee in meeting its objectives, and then also provide feedback on how to course correct or how to refine what it is, the practices we are implementing in order to most robustly serve our community.
My name is Olivia Cameron Dubeck. I'm from Swan Lake, Treaty 1, Manitoba. However, I have been working at the police service on Tsuut'ina Nation for almost 10 years. RKeepers7, which comes from the Wisdom Keepers for Our Future, it's a community-led initiative created for the community by the community. It's about creating spaces where youth can grow into strong leaders, into the Wisdom Keepers of tomorrow.
When I first came to RKeepers7, I was always look at partnerships, any kind of partnerships that Tosguna makes with any project and bring it to the community. I like to support those things because we're so fortunate to have a police force right at our doorstep, you know, that's gonna act on our safety.
Right now we're running programs kind of all over the cities, and so for youth ages 8 to 12, it's actually called Streetwise Kids, and we're helping youth kind of understand about peer pressure and some of those challenging situations at a really young age. Obviously prevention is something that, in my opinion, we really need to focus on right now.
RKeepers7 supports youth 29 years and younger. The goal is to increase resources that protect and redirect youth who may be at risk of human trafficking, violence, gang activity, or criminal behavior. Instead of reacting after harm happens, we're building protective factors early through a preventative lens, through a support, mentorship, culture, community, and connection.
I think anytime we are given the opportunity to work in community or be involved in community, I advocate and encourage everybody to do so, including myself. I think it's really important that we put ourselves in spaces that can feel uncomfortable, but that can feel uncomfortable so we can collaboratively grow. I always say with many of the other members on my committee, everything that I am not, many other people are. So I'm a two-spirited person and other people are not, but I'm not a woman, I'm not a father, I'm not a mother, I'm there, and because I'm not these things, I often like to work with fellow committee members in just receiving that guidance or that perspective that I may have missed or may not have thought about, because when you don't have, or when you have certain tools in your tool belt, they're only effective when you know how to use them. And I think it's really important that we listen to one another to grow so that we're accurately putting forward initiatives and working effectively for our youth. Because I do think I've been blessed to work in nations across Canada, and so many times there's no capacity or the availability to show up and work for and with youth is not necessarily there. It's not for a lack of desire to want to do so, but it's also, I think, really important to try and find initiatives that help our youth guide their healthy lives, because this world, how it's developing, can be very unhealthy and cause a lot of anxiety and frustration and concern in young people. And so I'm really grateful to, as an adult, hopefully guide those courses, guide directions, so that we are providing things sufficiently for our youth to make sure that they're safe.
My program aligns with RKeepers7 because it's bringing in natural approaches of relationship building practices which are safe. Working together strengthen relationships by building real community connections. It created an environment where people listened to each other, they understood one another, and they could feel each other's own energy. And by that, we're just talking about there was more synergy and flow with everyone, laughing, joking together in a space that created that safely.
So our youth have access to things that we didn't have when we were youth. So material-wise, social media-wise, there's a lot of things that we can easily fall prey to. And us as elders, we fall into that. Our general public adults do. And so it's really high risk for our youth to just fall into those kind of open traps. And I think we take it for granted sometimes as a community, and sometimes like we get into the critical of our environment, of our safety networks that so many people previous to us worked hard to bring to us. So now that I'm an elder, I like to give that support to the youth. I like to tell them, if you ever need anything, you come and talk to an elder. You approach them, because there's over 200 of us. And so that's pretty wealthy right now. And so we were taught as youth how to sing, how to drum, how to dance, how to ride horses, all the stuff that our children now don't do. And so we have to give them those opportunities. We have to make sure that they have that safety network that we grew up with.
I think for so many of our young people, it's easy to think that the nefarious and malicious activity that exists while watching it through your phone, or while watching it on the news, while watching it in media, and even hearing about it, it can be one thing to say, oh, well, that's an arm's length away. However, it's an arm's length away until it's right on your doorstep, or until it is an experience that you are involved in the city of Calgary. We live next to a city of over 1 million people with an international hub by way of an airport. I think growing up on Tsuut'ina Nation, and even now, I feel exceptionally safe. But I think it's also really important that we, without causing like scare and anxiety, but through concerted conversation and realistic reminders that guns and gangs are real, and they unfortunately prey on our First Nations people, and especially our youth. I've also heard and seen it from many people, and I would like to, and I hope that we are getting in front of it so that we are creating preventable measures, but also we're not scaring any of our children, but we're making them aware of just how harmful and hurtful and dangerous this can be when it becomes real. Because like I said, it's an arm's length away, and it's like it's far away until it's right in front of you. And I think about Stampede, I think about concerts, I think about all of the things that our youth are now being involved in, where if you don't know better, you can't do better. And I think it's really important that we, again, armament them with tools in their tool belt so they can utilize those tools. And that's where I think it's really important for us, especially as Tsuut'ina Nation, to make sure that we are providing an awareness to our young people, because it's, like I said, it's make-believe until it's right in front of you. And having it be right in front of you, I've seen it, I've experienced it, it can happen so quickly, and you may also not know it's happening until it's happened.
As community members, it's our responsibility to make our youth understand that our community is safe. There are people to talk to. There are avenues to go when you feel alone. So I think youth need to know that Tosguna's right here, Chief and Council's right here, and the community's right here. And we're here for them. We're here for each other. We're here as a community to walk forward into the future.
When we create resilience in our youth, we're creating resilience within families. With creating resilience in families, we're helping youth become wisdom keepers of our future.
When we create space for our kids to understand what safety means, just how precarious safety is, and how challenging the world can be, I think it provides that encouragement and that touch point to build connections deeply and fundamentally, while also offering and opening the door to answer a lot of curiosities that may not be readily available to especially First Nations and Indigenous youth. I'm really excited for the continuation and the development of more opportunities for our young people in our communities.
I'm very thankful to RKeepers7. It's opened my eyes to a lot of things, and it's given me a lot of support, and I'm able to tell youth. And then stepping into the role of an elder and an older educator now, I see my role as being more supportive, being advisory, and it makes me feel good because that's what our old people did for us. They were our role models, they were our advisories, and so it's a circle of life that just continues.
Hey!